When winter approaches, most gardeners worry about one thing: how to protect their soil from being beaten down by cold winds, heavy rains, and nutrient loss. The Amish, however, have been quietly using the same group of plants for generations to shield their soil, enrich it, and make sure spring starts with an advantage most gardeners never experience. These aren't complicated techniques or expensive products. They're simple plants with specific purposes, chosen because they work, and they keep working even when the weather turns harsh. Let's walk through the 5 plants Amish growers rely on to protect their soil all winter long, and more importantly, how you can put them to work in your garden using real, practical steps and clear ratios. Rye is the winter workhorse that locks soil in place and restores structure. Rye, especially winter rye, is the backbone of Amish winter soil protection. It is one of the few plants that will germinate in cold temperatures, grow through frost, and continue putting down roots while almost everything else stops. The real value of rye isn't just the growth you see above ground. The roots act like rebar inside the soil, holding it in place so winter rains don't strip nutrients away. These roots can reach several feet deep, pulling up minerals from lower layers and storing them in the plant's tissues until spring. When you cut rye down before it goes to seed, all those nutrients become available to your soil. To use rye effectively, you'll want to broadcast about 1 pound of seed per 400 square feet, then just lightly rake it in and give it a good watering once. After that, rye really just handles itself. In early spring, you'll want to cut it down when it's about 12 inches tall and lay the trimmings right on top of the bed as mulch. Hairy vetch feeds nitrogen back into depleted soil while protecting it from erosion. The Amish use hairy vetch as a partner crop with rye because the two complement each other exceptionally well. While rye strengthens soil structure, vetch restores fertility. Now, as a legume, it naturally fixes nitrogen from the air and stores it in nodules along its roots. When the plant dies or is cut, that nitrogen releases into the soil at a steady pace, which is, just wonderful for your garden. Growers who have tired, compacted, or overworked beds will often plant rye and vetch together. A simple ratio is 1 part rye seed to 1 part vetch seed by volume. Just scatter them at the same time in late fall and, well, you're off to a good start. The rye provides a quick canopy and the vetch spreads underneath, weaving through the rye stems and locking the soil in place. In spring, chop both plants before vetch flowers. The combination makes a dense, nutrient-packed mulch that improves soil texture within weeks, which, honestly, is pretty impressive. Winter wheat is used when stability and organic matter are the priority. Not every garden needs nitrogen, Some need stability and organic matter more than anything else. Winter wheat is the Amish answer when the goal is to add biomass while preventing soil from eroding during winter storms. Winter wheat grows more slowly than rye but produces thicker stems and more residue when it breaks down. This makes it ideal for gardens that need moisture retention, soil softening, or long-term humus building. A 1/4 pound of winter wheat seed covers roughly 100 square feet. Plant it a month before your first frost so roots can establish while the soil is still workable. By spring you'll have a thick stand ready to cut and drop right onto the soil. Daikon radish breaks up compacted ground and improves drainage. One of the most surprising and effective plants Amish gardeners rely on is daikon radish. They don't grow it for the root harvest, they grow it for the soil. Called tillage radish, this plant sends down a single taproot that can reach up to 2 feet deep. As it grows, it pushes through compacted layers, opening channels for air and water. When winter kills it, the root decomposes right where it grew, leaving behind a natural tunnel that improves drainage and provides organic matter. Spread daikon seed lightly, about 6 to 8 seeds per square foot, and let it grow until frost kills the tops. By spring you'll find soft, crumbly soil beneath your feet with far better structure than before. So, clover protects soil while feeding beneficial organisms all year round. Amish growers really love clover because it fills every little gap where soil could be exposed. It shades the surface, prevents erosion, fixes nitrogen, And, it also provides nectar for late-season pollinators. What makes clover especially useful is its persistence. It grows low, stays green through cold weather, and bounces back quickly in early spring. For winter protection, red clover is the most reliable choice. To plant it, scatter 1 ounce of seed across 100 square feet and water it lightly. Clover's shallow roots bind soil together at the surface, while deeper roots continuously build structure underneath. By spring you can chop it and leave it as mulch or till it lightly into the top few inches of soil. Amish growers don't rely on fancy soil conditioners or expensive fertilizers. They depend on plants, simple, reliable, proven plants that protect the soil during the months most gardeners ignore their beds. If you use even one of these 5 winter protectors, you'll start spring with better structure, richer nutrients, and soil that's alive and ready to work. If you found this guide helpful, make sure you subscribe to Gentle Herb Gardening and share it with another gardener who wants healthier soil with less effort. Your winter garden prep starts now.